Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's stories. It's going to be true Ouija board experiences, creepy Ouija board stories. So, welcome all, and I'm glad you've took this time for me tonight, and I will get started. Hello, Debbie. Hello, Vodka. Oh, it's nice to see you guys. Jenna, hello. Thank you all for joining me tonight. So, tonight I'll be talking about true stories of the Ouija board. So, I guess we should start to not take up too much time. So, grab your comfy blanket, your popcorn, and your hot cocoa, and here we go. Cassie, hello, sis, just on time. Okay, these stories come from a website. It's called BuzzFeed. So, this is what it says. All the stories are from this website. So, it starts off with we recently asked members of our BuzzFeed community to share their most terrifying true Ouija board experiences, and they did not disappoint. Here are just a few of the most chilling stories. So get ready. Here we go with the first. They're all like little short stories, so it shouldn't be that long. AD, hello, brother. Hello. Happy you can join us tonight. Thank you. Okay, so, oh, Paranormal Witch, hello. Thanks for joining us. Flona, hello. Welcome. Okay, so I'm going to start with the first short story. It's right here. When I was in junior high, a friend and I sat on her grandparents' grave to mess around with a Ouija board. 5 minutes after we started playing with it, the ground began to sink underneath us. We ran out of there very quickly, and I haven't messed with one since. So that's kind of an idea, don't you think? PPR, hello and welcome. That is kind of weird to play with a Ouija board on top of where someone is buried. Hi, Andre. Thank you for coming in. So that was the first story. Here's the second one. Uh, it says, a friend of mine had one when I was young. We're talking about a Ouija board. When I don't say what it is there, it's all Ouija board, just in case you came in late or what. So a friend of mine had one when I was young, but I was very skeptic of it. I thought she was moving it whenever we asked a question. So I asked questions she wouldn't know the answers to. I tried to contact my uncle who has passed away. I asked him how he was doing, and the board started to spell his wife's name, Exoma, which there is no way my friend would have known about, and never mind know how to spell it. Okay. The next one. See, they're all like little phrases like that, so should go through it fast enough. Okay, then it says here, my soccer team had a sleepover at our gym, and we played with a Ouija board. Nothing too eventually nothing true eventually happened until the board spelled out they're they're here, fire, help. We closed out the board, When we went back to school a few days later, we asked the athletic director, whose office was in the gym, if he knew the history of the gym. He told us that the gym burned down once a long time ago, and one man died in the fire. Okay. So I guess they communicated with the person that passed away in the gym. Here's another one. My buddy and I found a Ouija board at my girlfriend's house. We were really bored, so we went to this graveyard by my house to see if it would actually work. As suspected, nothing happened. We brought the board back to my house and didn't think anything of it. The next day, strange things began to happen. Out of nowhere, my friend started having sleep paralysis every time he spent the night at my house, despite never having it before. The first time he saw a tall woman with long black hair standing in the corner of the room facing the wall. The next time he was asleep on the couch and he saw the same woman standing at my open door looking directly into my room. Ooh, that was a spooky one. Let's see if some new people popped in just in case. Oh, Sean, Yankee Kyle, hello. Hello, am I missing someone? No, okay, well, welcome to everyone that just popped in. Happy to see you. Okay. A few months ago, my friend brought over a Ouija board. There were about 5 of us at this sleepover, and when we began using the board, we met Joe. After an hour of speaking with Joe, one girl asked Joe, "Are you a bad spirit?" Joe spelled no, then spelled out him. We asked what he was talking about, and he spelled he's coming, then began to spell out Zozo. And there's another part to this right here. The next morning, we tried again, this time speaking to someone claiming to be Joe's wife. We asked her, "Is Joe a bad spirit?" She quickly responded, "Yes." That is creepy. um, my mom told me that when she was a kid, she and her sister were messing with a Ouija board in her room, and my grandma caught them and told them to throw it out. She said they did get rid of it by throwing it in the garbage outside, but the next morning my mom went into her closet and found the board was somehow back inside. That is so creepy. You throw out the board and it reappears. Wow. Thank you, Debbie, for sharing my link tree. And guys, if you didn't know, my membership program is back and running, so you can check that out later. Oh, good night, Dustin. Thanks for coming by. Oh my God, that happened to me, Charmaine. Really? I don't know what I would do if that would happen. Okay, let me see here. Where did I leave off? It came back inside. Okay, here. I was 17 and we had just bought one of those new Ouija boards that glow in the dark. Oh, they have one that glows in the dark? I haven't seen that. My mom told me to wait until the next day to open and play with it, and I should have listened. You're not supposed to use a board alone, and our house was known for being haunted, so I wanted to ask if anyone was there. The freaking planchette shoot out of my hands across the room. I actually cried. I would do like our brother AD, poop, fart and run and fart, or whatever, how he says it. Okay, here's the next story. In 10th grade, at a Halloween party, four of us were playing with one. The planchette suddenly lifts straight off the board and raised all of our hands at least a foot into the air, then dropped. We all jumped out of our chairs and ran away screaming. Okay. Imagine that. You can't control your own arms. Here's another one. I once played with a Ouija board at a sleepover. We were asking it anything weird, just silly questions like, who am I going to marry? I asked it to give me the initials of someone I will date in the future, and it gave me the letter N and the letter B. Sure enough, I've dated someone with the initials NB for 5 years now. Okay. Wonder how they can do that and predict that. I guess they know everything, right? My friends and I were playing with one in my backyard when we contacted someone. One of my friends made fun of the spirit's name. My fence immediately started to rattle. My friends decided they wanted to go inside, so we all headed to the door, but my dog stopped us at the bottom of the porch, which was totally unusual of him, and he started snarling at the empty darkness behind us. Okay. So these Eli. Hello, Eli. Hi, Face the A's. Hello, everyone. Thank you all for popping in. It's so much fun to see you all. Okay, oops, I hopped my story here. Here we go. At my friend's birthday party, someone decided to try a Ouija board. My friend's protective mother was next door at her parents' house, not anywhere in hearing distance. Suddenly, as several kids went into the bathroom to sneakily use the board, my friend's mother came running in the front door and shouted that those who intended on using the board had to leave immediately. She actually felt from a distance what they were about to do. It creeps me out to this day. Yeah, that's strange. Does she have a radar for Ouija boards? My cousin was heading to a party with a Ouija board in the trunk of his car for all of us to use. On the way to the party, she got into a car wreck. She was fine, but the car was totaled. So obviously, instead of going to the party, she went back home. When she opened her closet to get ready for bed, the board was somehow back in the closet. She burnt it after that. Okay, that is creepy. So I guess the Ouija board caused her accident and wow. When I was younger, my two older cousins, my older brother, and I were playing with a Ouija board, but all it spelt out was ma, so MAMA letters. That uh, that night, when my brother asked our mom if she had ever played with a Ouija board, she said she had once, but it spelled out all the time MAMA. Then a few years later, was really bored and got a ghost detecting app on my iPhone. I was really into ghost adventures at that time, and the very first thing the app said was MAMA, Mama. That is weird. So when he was young, he used it on a Ouija board and it said Mama. He talked to his mother about it, and his mother said it would only spell Mama. Many years later, he got a spirit app of some sort and it said Mama. Like, that is creepy, as we all know. Okay. I was 13 years old and staying at a friend's house. Sorry, guys. Overnight. She had somehow managed to sneak a Ouija board past her super religious mom, and after her parents went to bed, we used it. We asked the board some typical 13-year-old girls questions. Nothing happened, and we went back to bed. But that night, her mother's new kitten started acting weird. He was uh, weirdly and wildly heading head first into walls. Okay, so the cat was running weirdly and running headfirst into walls. We woke up to it sitting in the middle of the kitchen, twitching and staring off into space. That week, they took it to the vet, who said the kitten had a neurological problem and had to put it down immediately. To this day, my friend and I are convinced that the kitten was possessed. Ooh. I was an editor for our school newspaper, and for our Halloween issue, we decided to use a Ouija board design in our center section. One evening, my friend and I stayed late to finish up the paper before it needed to be sent out for printing. And as soon as we opened the Ouija board spread spread out to check it, the computer we were using shut down, along with the other 13 in the room. For the rest of the night, we experienced computer problems whenever we were working on the specific section. Okay, so they had like a section about Ouija boards, and the computers would freak out. That is creepy. Okay, let me see for this one. My best friend and I bought a Ouija board and took it to her house. We asked a few questions to no answer. We finally uh, out to ask, is there anyone here who would like to talk to us? The planchette slowly moved over to the letters NO. We were freaked out because there was obviously a spirit there, so we tried again. What's your name? The planchette moved to SH over and over again, spelling out shh. So we said goodbye and closed up the board. We seemed to have bothered someone who wanted to be left alone. It's funny. This one right here, it says, my friend and I were playing with a Ouija board in her mother's closet. We were sitting on the floor talking to some spirit when my friend asked the spirit if she liked me. Right as my friend asked this, a basket fell off of the shelf above me and knocked me upside on the side of the head. Coincidence? I think not. So that's the stories that I have for this week. I could do some more stories next week if you enjoyed this one. I can like set it up again and do my other. I still have like 13 other stories, but they're a bit longer. So maybe next week I'll reset it up again for more Ouija stories. And if you have like some nice short ones like this, you can always leave them in the comment below. Would be really curious to see your experience and read about it. Hi, Amy. Oh, thank you, Debbie. Oh, thank you, Amy. So I would like to say thank you to everyone for stopping by for a little bit and hearing these stories that I've read to you. I really appreciate you spending some time with me tonight. So, on that note, if you like this live stream, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing for more live streams like this. And I'll see you around the broom somewhere, and have a wonderful week. Love you all very much, and thank you again for being here.